Good morning. So I shaved. Mm. Every once in a while, I feel the need to do things that are a bit disruptive to my normal routines. I think that disruption is a pretty powerful element on a human level. I think it's very easy for us to get into a kind of mechanical um automation in our daily habits. And I think that when we inject disruptive things into our lives, it makes us react in different ways. And I think that's a very positive thing because I think change is good. The same happens with branding. That I think disruption and changing your brand, making it being mindful of keeping it relevant and fresh is very important. I've been writing more about brand films lately, and I'd like to talk today about brand films a little bit more. One of the reasons why I have such a strong affinity for them is because they combine in a single 2 to 3 minute film you are able to really create a really profound moment when it's correctly done. You have the potential to create a really profound moment between your brand, your company, and people who are interested in the services or products that you offer. And that moment of engagement, that moment of establishing resonance, of establishing meaning between your company and people is a very, very powerful moment. And it's one to be pursued with vigor. Sometimes we get asked this question, well, why is it that this so much more expensive than I thought it was going to be? Well, expense is a relative term. But within the context of film, it's not about being expensive. We've done things that are quite cost effective and achieved their creative and strategic goals. It's not about the price. It is about the quality. Okay? Well, why does it have to be so good? This is why. It has to be not good, it has to be great. Because you are not only competing for your consumers' attention relative to the other competitors in your brandscape. I mean, there are only a handful of those people that you're really competing against in that brandscape. But there's a broader context, okay, in which you are competing. You are competing for people's attention versus everything else that is vying for their attention. All the other bright, shiny objects that exist online, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, Twitter, their favorite joke site, whatever it may be, you know from your own experience that there are 1,000,001 rabbit holes that one can go down on the internet. So that's very competitive. There's TV that competes for their attention. There are visual things. There are any number of activities that are competing for their attention. All of this media that we are surrounded in, whether it is business-generated media, or just the media that is the artifact of our culture. All of those things are vying for your customers' attention, and you need to become the one message, the one artifact that they focus on. So in order to be this versus this, you've got to be really good because there's a lot of really good stuff out there. There are a lot of people doing really good work. And you need to be better. You need to articulate and voice and communicate your brand in a very effective, engaging, memorable, and I dare say beautiful way in order to occupy this space of attention for them and be worthy of it. And once you have done that, and you have made this connection that is so very, very possible when a film is well crafted, you take residence in their memory. And there is a sticky quotient that accompanies that residence. And that is so critical, and that really is the end goal. Because at the point of making a decision for a purchase, the consumer is going to scan their memory very quickly and say, who does this thing that I want? Bing, bing, bing. It isn't a 20 list, it isn't a 20 name laundry list. When you're walking down the aisle and you're buying a new product, you are thinking, bing, bing, bing. If I haven't bought this product before, who have I heard of? Who do I have affinity for? Who do I feel safe moving toward? And you need to be in the top 3 of that list. And having made a connection with that consumer, having made an emotionally resonant bond with them, really optimizes the opportunity for you to be on that short list. But you have to be good to get there, because there are lots of things that want to be on that short list. And having a really beautifully done, intelligently crafted, beautifully executed film gives you a really strong opportunity to be there. So, you're not only competing with your competitors, you are competing against everything that vies for your audience's attention. Make it wonderful. Make it memorable. I'm Rick Julian, qual VADIS. Be bold and prosper.